What's up, guys? It is Sam here. I just finished a workout. I did back, so stay tuned and you'll see the physique update to day one for my cut. But before I get into that, I wanted to give you a little disclaimer, right? So like the stuff I'm about to talk about is strictly for entertainment purposes under close supervision by my doctor, and I don't condone or embrace or encourage anybody to do dumb fucking shit that they see on the internet. Okay? Now, I think I'm going to do a series probably of 3 videos. First, talking about the different compounds. You all know what the word compounds mean. And workout, and then diet. So those will be the 3 categories. I'm going to do this cut for 30 days. And I'm probably only going to give information for the compounds on a weekly basis because I tend to change my shit up often. So this is basically going to be for week 1 currently. And next week it might change. So I will keep updated or how I feel throughout this process. It's only 30 days. So to give the starting point, right? Watch after this video is the physique update for day 1. The other day I weighed myself and I was 231 pounds. My expectation for this period of time, you can see in the video if you go watch it, there's a decent amount of fat in my midsection, lower back, just like, you know what I mean? There's just like extra fat, you know what I mean? Like that's come on, bro. Like, but seriously, in all seriousness, in my midsection, I do have a decent amount of fat. So drop that down. I'm expecting to probably, at a minimum, like probably 10 pounds, 11 pounds. And if you want to watch the video on the diet and the training portion, how I'm going to affect those to help with the fat loss, make sure you subscribe and press that bell notification. Okay, so to start with, and this is just, as I mentioned, for entertainment purposes, and for any SARMs I do mention is just for research purposes, because we know they can't be taken for humans. Okay, so start out with, ooh, I gotta add something right here. So start out with this. I'm just concluding this because it's in there, and I think it's probably a prudent thing to do, is the multivitamin. That's going to be twice, like 1 a day multivitamin, twice a day, right? So that doesn't make any sense, but I think that my activity level and everything that I do and my diet, that I would prefer or be more comfortable with a larger amount of micronutrients in the form of the multivitamin. So the morning and the night for the multivitamin. I'll start with the milder stuff and then get into the more crazy shit. So yohimbine, that for week 1 is going to be a very sporadic. So it's not necessarily going to be every single day. Today I actually took it, and I took 20 milligrams, or 10 milligrams, I'm sorry. I think it was 10 milligrams. I don't know if it's a 5 milligram capsule or a 2.5. I feel like it might be 2.5, so it might be 10. But the dosage on that might vary. I'll probably just continue working my way up on that. And it's only going to be on the days where I haven't eaten probably 2 hours in advance. I feel like the research indicated that might be more effective that way. I'm also going to be increasing my fiber. So I have a fiber supplement, psyllium husk, and I will be having that to increase my fiber intake. Because I have it, I just never consistent with it. So by making these videos, the intention is to hold myself more accountable and just document the process of what I'm doing, because a lot of people mystify it and think that like dropping fat is something that's like unachievable or like difficult to do, and it's really fucking easy. The leanest I've ever been, I didn't use any of this shit, or maybe like 1 of these things or 2 of these things, you know what I mean? But not like this, some crazy stack like this. Okay, so now getting into the more fun things, DNP, 100 milligrams per day, every other day. So, and that's probably only going to be week 1. I don't think I'll carry that on beyond that. I think it will just be way too uncomfortable to sleep. And I don't think it's going to be necessary with the half-life. I want to get that really down and out of my system. Last time I was researching with it for more of an extended period of time, I noticed that I was holding a little bit more water. So I want to start that week 1, and then at the end, get rid of it. Maybe, actually, what I might do is 200 milligrams every other day to get the same dose, but in a shorter period of time. I don't know. Basically, it's probably going to be 3 to 400 milligrams, 600 milligrams in the first week, something like that. 100 milligrams is a super low dose, by the way. Ostarine is going to be researched at 30 milligrams per day, probably all taken at once. Just remember, this is for week 1. Clomiphene, it stimulates LH and FSH, which LH tells your balls to produce sperm or produce testosterone. FSH tells your balls to produce sperm. So that's going to be probably 30 milligrams every other day. mk677 is going to be 30 milligrams every day. Not sure if I'm going to split that dose or not. It depends if I jump it. So I'm currently at 10 milligrams for my research, and if I jump it to 30, if I will notice a difference with the hunger. If I do, I'll probably stack that in the evening, or do 20 in the evening, 10 in the morning. Last is the S4 at 50 milligrams per day. That's a split dose in the morning and the evening. So also, because I always get questions about this, the SARMs that I am researching with my doctor's help and everything like that. They're just for research purposes, but if somebody else is doing research, Google, I'll put a link in the description. I'm not affiliate of them. It's not an affiliate link or whatever. It's just where I've got this order from. So S4, Arduine. So the recap of everything, and starting at the kind of the lower end of shit, is going to be like multivitamin twice per day. It's a once a day multivitamin taken twice a day. Increase my fiber supplementation. Yohimbine. So the yohimbine might not be every day, it might be every other day or something like that, depending on if I'm able to not have any food in my system. And I will continue to ramp up the dosage until I get to the point where it's like too much for me. The next is DNP, and as I was actually talking through this, I probably will just do 200 milligrams every other day for 3 days, so total of 6 days total, and then just not do any more of that, and just so that way by the end of June it should be out of my system. Ostarine starting out will be 30 milligrams. Clomiphene will be 30 every other day, as this is just for the first week, probably every other day. And the S4 will be 50 milligrams, 25 in the morning, 25 in the evening. Obviously, I'm not recommending anybody do any of the fucking dumbass shit I'm doing, or saying it's a good idea. Like, the SARMs are not actually for human consumption. They're just for research purposes. But anyways, appreciate you guys. If you have any question about any of this, let me know down below in the comments. Peace.